Diva set for the cup. They're racing immediately. Marmul began okay, so did Jardines Lookout and County Tyrone. Frightening jump well, so did Fantastic in the early stages, and Ain't Seen Nothing's going across the field with Zagalia from the outside barrier driving towards the front runners as they settle into stride. Turmeric and Mill Street is also joining in up on the outside of these leading bunch of horses as they've settled into stride. Now let's see, towards the end of the field, Holy Orders went right back there with Piace. They come down the straight the first time, and from barrier 24, Zagalia crossed over and had the lead against the fence in front of Marmul up in second placing. On the outside is Mill Street about to go around at stablemate, and then Frightening tucked in on the rails, followed then by Shapata. County Tyrone on the outside, followed by Farwas. Half a length away to Ain't Seen Nothing, and then came Fantastic, followed by Bulbard. A length and a half Devon on the inside from Turmeric. 2 lengths Makybe Diva. She's being followed then by Big Pat as they leave the straight, and then Hugs Dancer. She's Archie on the rail, followed by Jardines Lookout and Yakama, and then came Grey Song, Mr. Prudent, Distinctly Secret. Holy Orders second last, and Piace is last of all. Inside the 2,000 metres, and Mill Street strides out now, and he goes away by 3 lengths. Zagalia 2.5 lengths away is Marmul third. Frightening fourth on the inside, and then came Shapata fifth, closely being followed by County Tyrone. A length to Farwas, 3/4 to Ain't Seen Nothing, followed by Fantastic. There's Hugs Dancer off and running at the 1,700 metres, being followed then at the head of the other horses by Bulbard, and Jardines Lookout is also taking off mid-race. They're followed by Debit and Turmeric. A length and a half further back in the field, Makybe Diva, and then came Big Pat on the inside. 1.5 further back is Yakama, being followed out towards the 1,400 metres then by She's Archie, and then came Grey Song. A length and a half to Mr. Prudent. He's followed by Distinctly Secret. Holy Orders next to last, and last on the outside, Piace. At the 1,200 metres, and Mill Street made play in the cup. He's out by 4 lengths. Zagalia second, Marmul 2 lengths away third, followed by Frightening. Hugs Dancers moved up to fifth, the outside from County Tyrone, Shapata. Then came Jardines Lookout, a length to Ain't Seen Nothing, Farwas, and then Bulbard, trailed by Fantastic. 1.5 further back is Turmeric, and then came Devon. Makybe Diva 15 at least from the leader, trailed by She's Archie, and they were followed then by Mr. Prudent and Grey Song. Well back is Big Pat and Yakama as they came to the turn, and then came Piace. Holy Orders drops out last. They're on the bend at the 600 metres now, and Mill Street the leader. Out after it, Zagalia, Frightening, and Hugs Dancer joins in 4 wide. Just behind them is Marmul as they corner from County Tyrone, and then Jardines Lookout. Here comes Grey Song down the outside, and Yakama the widest runner. Zagalia at the 300, Frightening with Makybe Diva going for a run. She's finishing hard, and wider out now. Fantastic is joining in, and She's Archie runs on, but Makybe Diva shot away. She's out by 2 lengths to She's Archie. Fantastic and Zagalia. Makybe Diva in front. She's Archie tries hard, but Makybe Diva wins the cup. She's Archie second. Photo third, either Fantastic or Jardines Lookout, with close up on the inside Zagalia, and they were trailed further back by Distinct. Racing in the Emirates Melbourne Cup. Hard to get began well with Mumify, and Winning Bell in the middle of the line, and Catch Me If You Can seemed to jump reasonably down on the inside. Elstrom has got away well. Hugs Dancer's up there, and Zasman is going forward through the early stages. Makybe Diva not too far away. He's got across to be about 7th or 8th as they settle down. Winning Bell improving with Mumify wide out, and Don Rafael as they settle down past the 2,800. Zasman is taking up the running. There's not a lot of speed about. He leads narrowly from Mumify, going up to join him now. Winning Bell in third placing, Elstrom right behind the leader. Don Rafael deeper out, holding down about 6th placing in the early part, and then Catch Me If You Can. Hugs Dancer hard to get out wider. A length further back in the field, then came Razcala on the inside of Del Zao, Roman Arch and Mamul out wide. 1 further back in the field, then came She's Archie. She's in company with Makybe Diva. Vinnie Rowers around these. Pacific Dancer about 4 wide, then Distinction, another warrior, followed by Grey Song. Media Puzzle Puzzle. Honourjeune towards the tail of the field as they leave the straight, and then Strasbourg upset them, and Lash was last of all. Out towards the 2,000 metres in the Cup, and Zasman the leader. He's a length and a half in front. Mumify is second. Elstrom third on the inside. A length and a half to Don Rafael. Winning Bell is in next position, followed by Catch Me If You Can in the purple colours. The rail then came hard to get. A length further back is Raz Colour. Hugs Dancer around him. 1.5 Mamul, followed by Del Zayo. 2 lengths away is Vinnie Rowe, tracking a little bit wide at the 1800 metres, followed by Roman Arch, and then came Makybe Diva. She's Archie neck away on the inside of the favourite, followed by Pacific Dancer, still racing wide from Grey Song and Distinction between runners. 2 lengths away, Media Puzzle, another Warrior, Honourjeune, and then Strasbourg upset them, is back at the tail with Lash just ahead of her now. Out towards the 1400, a new leader as Don Rafael was let stride, and he's gone out clear by 2 to 3 lengths. In second, placing hard to get in there, 2 lengths in front of Zasman, and then Mumify. 2 lengths further back is Elstrom, being followed Winning Bell and Catch Me If You Can together. A couple of lengths away is Hugs Dancer, Raz Colour, 1.5 to Mamul. They're followed by Del Zayo, a length to Vinnie Rowe, about 15 from the leader, and then Roman Arch and Makybe Diva. Pacific Dancer well back as She's Archie and Distinction, and they're followed then by Media Puzzle around the outside. Honourjeune's making a run there, followed by Lashed, Grey Song, Strasbourg, and another Warrior's 3 lengths away up the side, and Don Rafael by a length and a half at the 800. Hard to get as second. In third placing on the inside is Zasman as they come around the home turn. Mumify outside it, and they were followed as they come around the turn by Catch Me If You Can the inside. One running on around the outside with a run now as they swing for home as Media Puzzle, and Distinction has come with it, and back behind those horses then Vinnie Rowe is working into it. Hard to get led at the home turn from Zasman. Catch Me If You Can, Mumify and Elstrom. Down the outside is Honourjeune, and Vinnie Rowe is coming home well, and further back is Distinction. Zasman at the 300, the leader. Here comes Vinnie Rowe. Elstrom coming with him. Makybe Diva, she's got right up on the inside. Makybe Diva, she's hit the front now from Vinnie Rowe and Zasman. It's Makybe Diva clear. She's out by 2 lengths to Vinnie Rowe. It's Makybe Diva clear, and she's going to do what no mare has ever done. Makybe Diva wins it again. Vinnie Rowe second, Zasman third, Elstrom fourth, then Hugs Dancer, Distinction, Mamul. Catch Me If You Can, followed by Honourjeune. Racing in the cup. The great man Makybe Diva jumped away well. Gray's in looked a touch slow. Eye-Popper began well. So did Strasbourg. The Merger, Lachlan River away quickly near the inside. Portland Singer away fast down on the inside. Kamsky going over their heels, and so is Like a Falcon. Makybe Diva going to the second half of the field, but has already got over about 2 or 3 away from the rails at the very least. Franklin's Gardens wide out, and Bazell with Mr. Celebrity. They're all going forward as they come past the 400 the first time. He's got Makybe Diva 1 off the rails. And Portland Singer has the lead early in the Cup. Not going all that fast. Led from Umbula deep around Strasbourg. Mr. Celebrity's out 4 wide. And Bazell is up about 5 wide. Lachlan River in behind them, followed by Eye-Popper, who's well placed down to the judge. Franklin's Gardens is around the Japanese runner. 1.5 further back, then Envoy on the inside of Demerger, and Gray's in with Distinction 4 deep as they leave the straight. Back behind these horses then is Hugs Dancer, who's outside railings, and then came Vinnie Rowe as they leave the straight from Kinjal. Then Makybe Diva, who's on the rails now. Great piece of riding by Bossy as they leave the straight to the 2000. Honourjeune next, followed then by Rise On, a length and a half to Excellent. Vubray. Behind them is Dizel. Second last then Like a Falcon. And Kamsky last of all. About 1900 left to go in the Cup now. And the leader is now Mr. Celebrity's gone around the field to take up the running by about a length and a half. Bazell is second, Umbula is third. A length and a half further back then came Portland Singer, being followed by Lachlan River. Eye-Popper is next with Strasbourg over on his inside. Franklin's Gardens is out 3 wide. 1 further back is Envoy, Demerger the centre, and Gray's in is travelling wide past the 1600. Next is Kinjal on the inside with Distinction deep around the outside. Railings in the middle. A length and a half further back, Makybe Diva. Back there in company at the 1400 with her is Vinnie Rowe and Hugs Dancer on the outside. A half a length away then on the outside of Makybe Diva came Dizel from Honour's Like a Falcon starting to make a little bit of ground on the outside of Rise On. And then excellent Kamsky and Vouvray last of all. About 1100 left to go. Mr. Celebrity is the leader by a length to Portland Singer second. One Umbula. Eye Popper a handy fourth. The outside a length. Bazelle being followed at the 1,000-metre mark then by Lachlan River and Strasbourg together. Next, Gray's in, starting to make some ground from Envoy, and further back is Demerge at 2 lengths distinction. They're trailed then by Railings and Kinjal, Vinnie Rowe. Makybe Diva still well back on the inside as they come to the turn, followed by Dizel, Rise On, Hugs Dancer, Vouvray, Excellent and Kamsky towards the end. Like a Falcon coming around them, and Franklin's Gardens has dropped out. 500 left to go, coming around the home turn now. Portland Singer got to the lead from Mr. Celebrity. Eye Popper's running on, and then Strasbourg. Back behind those horses now as they come down the straight was Vinnie Rowe, and back behind them here's Makybe Diva. A nation roars for a hero. She's starting to wind up. 300 left to go now. Makybe Diva's racing up. Envoy's trying to go with her. They've got to Portland Singer and Lachlan River. Here comes Like a Falcon and Excellent, but Makybe Diva clear with 100 metres to go. Excellent runs to second. Honour's runs on, but a champion becomes a legend. Makybe Diva has won it from either Honour's Excellent, Like a Falcon is close up, and just behind those horses then was Lachlan River, Portland Singer, and further back in the field is Kinjal, Rise On, Dizel. Behind them is Demerger and Envoy.